Purdy, end zone.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one.
Well, that was a pretty awful performance from the 49ers. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Finned Up. I am your host, Brian Mochak. Thank you so much for tuning in. This past week in the NFL, we had upsets, blowouts, and come-from-behind victories. My power rankings have really been shaken up quite a bit, so let's get into it. Julie, do the thing!
There's the dunk and the shoulder right there. Damon Shelton got
Finned Up! Number 10, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. About a month or two ago, the Buccaneers looked dead in the water, but Baker Mayfield's draft classmate, Josh Allen, was kind enough to show him how to automate the turnover part of his bakery.
I'm a turnover machine.
And with all that extra capacity, he's been cooking up some wins. The Bucs have won 4 games in a row. Baker has thrown 9 touchdowns and 1 interception, and they are now 8-7 in the NFC South. Speaking of Bakers, Jags fans want to stick their head in the oven after watching what Tampa did to them. Mr. Mayfield, I was on the phone with Paul Hollywood before the start of this video, and he was kind enough to inform me that you're a star baker for the month of December. Number 9, the Kansas City Chiefs. Grinches, Antonio Pierce, and the Raiders defense ruined Kermit and his Muppets friends' Christmas by having a fumble return for a touchdown and a Jack Jones pick 6.
What is this? A crossover episode?
I understand that Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback, and his wide receivers have been doing him no favors this entire year, but he was visibly frustrated during this game, and it really showed up in his play when he should have had a second interception for the game, but unfortunately the Raiders DB was unable to hold on to the ball. After 5 straight AFC Championship appearances, the downfall of the Chiefs has been swift, and if they want to win a Super Bowl this year, they're most likely going to need to win a road playoff game for the first time in Patrick Mahomes' career. Number 8, the Los Angeles Rams. Despite what was supposed to be a rebuilding year for the Rams, they are now 8-7 in prime position to make some noise in the postseason after beating the Saints on Thursday night. Matthew Stafford is playing amazing right now, and they have weapons across the board with Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, and Kyron Williams. Sean McVay is still one of the best coaches in the league, and they are a few pieces away from being Super Bowl contenders again, and they actually have a first-round pick in 2024. Do not trade it away, Leslie. Do not trade that pick away. Number 7, the Philadelphia Eagles. All the good the city of Philadelphia did for Italian Americans with the Rocky franchise has officially been undone with what they did to Tommy DeVito on Christmas, because he played so poorly that he got benched and almost had a comeback from Tyrod Taylor. The Eagles still have a lot of problems on both sides of the ball because, this 33-25 win over the New York Giants was much closer than it should have been, but they snapped their 3-game losing streak and are back in the win column. Number 6, the Cleveland Browns. Old man Joe Flacco reminisced about his childhood as he was dropping more bombs on Houston than the Japanese did in Pearl Harbor. Amari Cooper set a Cleveland Browns franchise record with 11 catches, 265 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The only time Browns fans had seen this kind of a performance in the past 20 years was when they were playing franchise mode in Madden.
Video game. Those guys look like they were straight out of Madden.
Honestly though, on the Texans side of the ball, I really think CJ Stroud should get MVP just for how poorly that team is performing without him on the field. Number 5, the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are still a really good football team. They were just unfortunate to run into the buzzsaw that is the December Dolphins. Despite getting pressured all game from the Dolphins' fearsome front four, Dak was still able to make some plays, and he got the go-ahead touchdown at the end of the game. However, the Samoan sniper in the Dolphins offense was able to lead the team down the field and get the game-winning drive, which pretty much sealed the loss for the Cowboys. Micah Parsons took to Instagram after the game to complain about being held after their loss, which I get because usually Micah Parsons is the one holding people against their will and making them do things they don't want to do. The shoe is on the other foot now, Micah, and it's much smellier than you thought it was, isn't it? Number 4, the Detroit Lions. The Lions have officially clinched the NFC North title for the first time ever with a win over the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday. Myself, like most people, are genuinely happy for all Lions fans out there after decades of suffering and pain, and they finally get to enjoy a good winning season. The last time the Lions won the division, it was 1993, and the division was still called the NFC Central at that point in time. Here are some notable things that have happened since the last time the Lions won the division. O.J. Simpson was acquitted from murder, arrested, and imprisoned for armed robbery and kidnapping, and was released from prison from said armed robbery and kidnapping, all in the same span between the last time the Lions won the division until now. Google was founded in 1998. The first iPhone was released in 2007. It's been a really long time for the Lions, and they really deserve this. I'm genuinely happy for them, and I hope they make some noise in the postseason, maybe make a run to the Super Bowl, only to have them lose it to the Dolphins. That'd be totally fine by me. Number 3, the San Francisco 49ers.
Jackson is...
Yep, that's me.
You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Going into the end zone.
Oh, ref. You silly goose. The San Francisco 49ers, despite getting help from the refs in this game, really laid an egg against the Ravens on Monday night. Brock Purdy had 4 interceptions before leaving the game with an injury, but Sam Darnold picked right up where he left off and threw a 5th for the game. And it appears that this game was the nail in the coffin for the Brock Purdy MVP conversation. The 49ers defense did perform pretty well, all things considered, but when the other team gets 5 turnovers and you have that many quick changes thrown out on the field, there's just not much you can do, especially when the other team has Lamar Jackson and that explosive of an offense. Number 2, the Baltimore Ravens. Motherfuckers, you thought I was going to put the Ravens number 1, but I didn't. The Ravens kicked the 49ers in the jockstrap on Monday night, or should I say, the flock strap. Lamar Jackson really murdered Brock Purdy's MVP chances. We all gaggled together while watching the 49ers quarterbacks throw 5 interceptions. If you were looking for high-quality bird puns, you came to the right place.
I drink it every morning so I can fight like a crowd.
The Ravens are one of the most complete teams in football. That defense is stacked from top to bottom. Lamar Jackson is playing incredible right now, and John Harbaugh continues to show why he's been one of the best coaches in the NFL for the past 15 years. Number 1, the Miami Dolphins. That's right, Miami Dolphins still number 1. We took down Dak and the Cowboys, who are 10-1 coming off a loss going into this game, and now they're 10-2. The Dolphins defense held the number 1 scoring offense to just 20 points, and they put up 22 points against a top 5 defense. Jason Money Sanders hit us with the Kobe tribute after going 5 for 5 on field goals in this game, including a game winner, 350-plus yarders, and a career long of 57 yards. This win clinched a playoff berth for the Dolphins in the first 11-win season since the 2008 Wildcat season. Wow! Alright, that's this week's Power Rankings. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you all being here. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to check out some of my other ones and hit the like and subscribe buttons. I will see you all after the Thursday night game. I love you all. Bye.